The dairy team at INTL FCStone is really exciting. We have dozens of people spread across the US, Europe, and Asia, all dedicated towards servicing our customers' best interests. We have a team of dairy economists, market analysts, brokers, trade strategy execution specialists, and support staff, all working together alike. At INTL FCStone Dairy Team, what we're known for is our unbiased, objective opinion in the marketplace. We don't allow anyone on our team to trade proprietarily for themselves in their own account, which allows us to put our customer first. Our reputation really speaks volume that we have an understanding of what our clients look for. We have a very high level of trust, and we've been in existence as a unit since about 22 years ago, a little bit over.
We've developed what we think is the #1 dairy price risk management platform. Whether you're operating at a regional basis or an international basis, this platform will give you all you need to manage your price risk. So it works for companies all along the supply chain. Be you a processor, a trader, or an end user, this platform can help you manage that price risk.
We've got a global dairy team who works with the entire supply chain, virtually in every major dairy producing and using country in the world. So we offer that market intelligence to our customers to make sure they're making decisions based on the most accessible information and the most up-to-date information in the market. Then we also work on the execution side, so we bring it all the way through to understanding what their risks are and then how can they actually manage those risks in the market.
We actually have a really well-balanced book of business of buyers, manufacturers, traders, and sellers. That keeps the market intelligence fresh, that keeps the opinion unbiased and balanced, and adds value to our information services and our ability to help our customers.
Our clients are anything from farmers, processors, global trading houses, local distributors, and other large multinationals that all have some sort of exposure to the dairy industry.
10 years ago, dairy was domestic, but now it's such a global industry that we can really work as a team where we can call up Dublin and say, what do you see in milk production there in Singapore? What do you see exports, imports going there? So we just don't have a domestic team, we have that international team. They know what's going on because they're physically present there and can give us that perspective on it.
We serve the entire supply chain, so that's everything from large-scale farmers through to processors, through to dairy traders, and then up to the end user as well. And the end users can be anything from a confectionery manufacturer all the way through to retail.
You've got a number of different customers that we're dealing with across a broad scope, which I think really helps us to understand what's going on day to day, month to month, year to year in the dairy industry, not only here in the US, but globally.
We offer a full suite of services to our customers that starts with general market intelligence, leading into execution and clearing services on exchanges around the world, as well as more sophisticated over-the-counter execution and trade strategy management. Beyond that, we offer unique advisory services that are customized to customer needs and very high-touch one-off projects like feasibility studies and trade strategy analysis modeling.
Having boots on the grounds means when the market is open, we're open. 24/7, we're here to help them.
In Europe and Ireland, where we have our office, is a key growth area for dairy production in Europe and a supplier to the world of dairy products. Having them there keeps us informed of what's going on, gives us the information faster than other people, and helps our clients stay ahead of the pack.
The dairy market is extremely volatile. We used to have very controlled markets due to government support programs, and now a lot of those support programs have been removed and trade restrictions have been reduced. So the volatility in the market is starting to get quite extreme. And with dairy, you have influences which you can't accurately forecast, such as weather, which will have a massive impact on the price in the markets. And I suppose our job is working with people to help them try to manage that volatility. So what we do is we come in and help them assess what those risks are to the business, and then ultimately what they can do to manage those risks. And we put a risk management program together in partnership with the customers to help them kind of remove or reduce the risks and make sure that they can remain profitable.
Because we're part of such a wide organization with expertise, we can give them a holistic approach. So it's not just dairy prices, but it's a margin focus. So we often task our customers to create a commodity basket, which is the things that make up a majority of their commodity spend. And that may include energy products as well as grain products, oil seeds, FX, as well as cheese, butter, milk powder, so on and so forth. With that, we can help them understand what is the impact of what they do in each specific product. How does that impact their margin? There are some unique features that are impacting the dairy industry today. Number one would be globalization, which is both an opportunity and a challenge. So the dairy industry is learning over the last decade how to move product globally and how to benefit from or manage regional price disparities between Latin America, Europe, Asia Pacific, US, and understand those opportunities. And as we continue to globalize and we continue to ship products to new places that are growing quite rapidly, there are massive fluctuations both in production as well as in demand, which creates more volatility. So the opportunity that the industry at large is trying to seize is fraught with challenge that we help smooth out.
It's important for us to make sure that our customers know the industry and that they're comfortable with it. And we do education seminars across the states.
We try to help our customers understand what's changing and what's happening among public policy here in the US and abroad for dairy, because they have big implications for prices moving forward.
And so it's the opinion, it's the quality of the analysis through our economist group that we have that allows our customers to stay well informed and make rational, educated decisions.
You know, the thing that I really like about it is we get to deal with a really diverse group of clients. I grew up on a grain and soybean farm back in southern Minnesota, and now being here in the big city, it's always nice for me when I can get out and go see those guys on the farm and spend a little bit of time out of the office, getting to interact with those guys and really getting to help those guys on a day-to-day basis and help them grow their businesses. It's always been a passion of mine. It's what I did when I was growing up, and so it's fun to see it actually happen.
When we go and meet customers, for example, we don't go there with a basket of solutions to sell people. We go there really to listen. And our job is to try and understand what people's risks are. And there we go back and step back and say, well, what can we do to help them to manage that risk? So it brings a lot of personal satisfaction when we can build a risk management strategy or plan that will actually help somebody run their business much more efficiently.
The other thing I would say is really getting them comfortable with the idea of hedging. A lot of these companies in the US in particular, and certainly in Europe and Asia, are not used to the concept of hedging or price risk management in dairy.
The biggest advantage that we have here is just a vast amount of expertise that we have access to. Being a large company, being an international company, not only do we have dairy offices around the globe, that is a big advantage relative to our competitors, but also the access to the experts in FX, experts in grains, experts in softs commodities, our phenomenal OTC trade desk. So just the wide breadth of knowledge that's available at the company, and the fact that, I don't have to sit here and try to be an expert on energy prices and dairy and grains and FX. I can turn to someone else within the team that's an expert on that particular subject and refer them to our clients.
We see ourselves in the dairy team as leaders and innovators in the industry. We have launched a lot of new products, or helped to launch a lot of new products with exchanges around the world, the CME, the New Zealand exchange, the European EEX exchange. We see ourselves as creators who listen to our customers and respond to their needs. And we're only allowed or enabled to do that because of the creative entrepreneurial atmosphere at INTL FCStone.
So you owe it to yourself and your company to explore what we have to offer and see how we work with clients. We very much can start with clients who have zero exposure to price risk management and who have never engaged any such tools previously, to experienced players who want access to markets on a global basis and need access to pricing. So we can operate all along the supply chain and on an international basis.
I would encourage anybody who's got questions about our services, about the markets, to give us a call. We're very open, warm, and welcoming to those questions, and we definitely make that investment back into our customers.